Hey, we're Susie Edwards, Angie Robertson. These fireside chats are where we get real about what we're learning as we build tools and community for helping professionals who want to expand their toolbox. Whether you're a coach, a therapist, nutritionist, doctor, anyone who works with clients.
But here's our thing. We don't just talk about tools, we embody them first. We test them in our own lives, we share what actually works in the community, and then we bring that lived experience to our clients. So grab your coffee and let's dive in.
Hello, Susie. Hello, Angela.
That is my real name. I have a topic for us today,
Yeah.
which is we're almost at the end of the year, and I think it's really important to have a process to close out the year. You might also include in that process a little bit of planning for the next year, just while
Yeah.
you're in the energy of wrap up the year, get ready for the calendar flip. So I just wanted to just check in with you on what's your process, and if you had to give one or two things that you make sure you do as you're wrapping up the year, what are those? I know you have let me just process, but like, let's just give a snippet of like maybe your favorite question you ask clients or yourself or a favorite thing you do.
I think I have two favorite things that I do, which is
Okay.
just learning, like taking like, hey, so what did we learn about ourselves this year, right? From the stuff that didn't go well, actually, right? Yes, I definitely want to know like all the things. I actually just went through this process with a client yesterday, which was like all the wins is what we said first. And we went through, okay, so what didn't go well, right? And then the reason why I like that part is because I'm awful person. No, just kidding. I'm like, wow, that's kind of mean. But what I do love about that is because if I've worked with someone year after year, you can see the growth each time. It's like, oh my gosh, I caught that. Though, I mean, I got hooked by it again, but I did so much better this time around. So you can see that growth year after year, which is very cool. But I think, no one's perfect. And it's kind of fun to be in that game of like, okay, so how can I make that better next year? And then where and what area am I going to like use that to make better for next year? And then the last thing, which is picking a word for the next year. I don't
Mm,
know why that's like one of my favorite processes, but that's
yeah.
the very last thing that I do. So after like the wind, what did I learn? What's like the big thing that I want to go for the next year? And that just like boiling it down to one word that I want to take to the next year is like just always fun and inspiring.
Hard to come up with the word, or does it become pretty clear as you go through your process, like what the next word is is going to be for you?
It's pretty clear by the time that we're done with the process. And again, now if that's someone that I've been with for a while, um, we can see every year that that word was actually really tough, right?
Mm.
So whether it was, I remember this, my favorite one from this year was my one client that said calm. And I keep using this as an example. And all year he was like, why did I pick this word? So he was
And you don't
challenged
give
in
a
all the
do-over.
ways.
You're
Say
not
again.
giving him a do-over, right?
No, no do-over. We're sticking with that, right? And that's always like our landing point throughout the year. So calm, right? So we keep anchoring back to calm. But it worked all year. It just was a challenge. And there was someone else that used the word support or something like that. And again, it was like, oh my God, support. Like I needed to be more clear about that, right? And it's just an interesting process to take into the
Mhm.
next year and see what
I
comes
love
up
that.
for each of the clients. Yeah. Because it
Love
sounds
it.
so powerful and like such a great word at the end of the year to take in the next word, but then when they're challenged with it,
Yeah,
it's an interesting process. What
totally.
about you?
Brings up all the right things.
Yeah.
So, what I wanna say is I just think that if you don't have a process like this, you should treat yourself to saying what you want at either the end of the year or the beginning of the year. And the reason I'm saying that is because I think one of my favorite things is to go back with people and even with myself and say, like, "What did I wanna do this year?" And to have, like, the before. So it's like, take the before picture of your existence right now and where you think you wanna go, because I think I was working with someone yesterday, and we, like, literally went back through our notes and things, and we're like, "Wow, remember this was happening in January. Okay, this was happening in March." And I think we do ourselves a disservice when we think like, "Oh, maybe I haven't done so much this year." But then when you really go back and look, it's like, she had so many things happen that if I would have said, "Tell me your proudest moments," just kinda off the cuff without really thinking about it, she was like, "Oh, well, these things are still undone." without really going and saying, like, look at all the things you did. So, my point is, whatever process you have of giving yourself a little snapshot of where you currently are and what you want to do. So then at the end of next year, you can come back and say, like, where was I? What did I want? Like, I think it's just so great for you because we do so much over the course of a year. And maybe it isn't exactly the thing that you wanted to have accomplished or do, but you have done a lot. And I just think that it's such a great process, feeling, mindset, whatever you want to call it, to go into the new year really seeing what's possible for you because of what you've done the year before. And also using, like, maybe there were some disappointments, like you're saying,
Yeah.
disappointments in learning, and using that as a catapult for what you want to do the next year. But I think if you haven't instilled a process where you can really celebrate the growth and the movement, you miss out on getting
The
to do that for
celebration.
yourself, you
Yeah,
know?
exactly.
Yeah, the
Yep.
celebration. I guess what I'm saying is I'm not so married to a form like with the person that I'm talking about yesterday. We were really going back through our notes. Like and she did a whole process thing, but we were just like off the cuff like, "Oh yeah, remember this month this is what was going on." Like, so the process I'm not totally married to. It's just do the thing that will allow you the moment to reflect because I think it's fun.
Absolutely. Yeah. And
And of course, you could do this any time of the year.
I was
Let
just
me
about to say
interrupt you.
that. And
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Right. But it's just, you can do that at any point.
yes.
Yes. But like, I
Right.
just, again, we always talk about this. Why not harness the energy of the moment of where people are doing wrap ups,
Yeah.
are planning for the next year? Like, I just think it's
Yeah.
go with that energy that's out there and
Yeah.
conversation that's out
Absolutely.
there.
Give yourself a gift at the end of the year and like go celebrate that. Yeah. Probably did a lot this year. Go celebrate.
It's true. So that's my thoughts on end of the year, beginning of the year.
I like it. I like it.
Okay, so go do it if it sounds good to you.
We'll see you next time.
See you next time.